So in Drug Dealer Simulator 2, the first drug you get your hands on is weed. And in order to grow this yourself, you need fertilizer, water, and you need something called an Indica seed. These seeds need to be bought from people like Marcus in the bunker, also the people up at the weed and equipment store. But when you get to the stage where you have your own hideout, you can actually grow your own seeds. So you no longer need to purchase them, and that means you are going to make a lot more profit from selling your weed. So in this video, we're going to cover exactly how you can grow your own seeds, and you can make a lot more profit when it comes to selling weed. So the very first thing, as I mentioned, you do need a hideout for this. You cannot do this from the bunker because you need different equipment to what's available there. But when you have your hideout, you are going to need something called a seedling box. You're going to need a tier 2 rack. So what you want to do is make sure you've got some money. It's going to be quite expensive. I'd say around maybe 100 grand or something like that. Once you've got that money together, what you need to do is go up to the guys at the top of the archipelago. You'll see it on your map when you've discovered it. It's called the Weed and Equipment Store. Once you are there, you need to speak to the guy that's behind the bar, and you need to buy a tier 2 growing rack, not the tier 1 grow box. You need to buy the tier 2 growing rack. You're also going to need to pick up a seedling box. And then if you speak to the guy that sat down at the table, you're going to be able to buy some seeds. You're going to need them at first. And you also need to buy the elements, the light, so the UV, like light bulb, whatever you want to call it, the UV lamp, and you also need to buy a flower pot. And make sure you've got fertilizer, because at my hideout, I've got power, I've got infinite water, but I don't have a way to grow my own fertilizer. So go to the general store, pick up some fertilizer, make sure you've got that unpacked and in your hideout. When you're at your hideout, you need to purchase a table from the furniture store. So go into furniture mode, look at the tabs on the left, click on the furniture store, buy a random table. Place that table down, put the seedling box on top of it. And once you've done that, providing you've got fertilizer and water, what you can do is put a seed in there. And over time, that is going to create either a male or a female seedling. Then what you want to do is put your tier 2 rack down, your growing rack, and in there you can put in your lamp, you can put in your elements and also your flower pot. Then what you are doing is when the seedlings have come out of the seedling box, you are putting them into this rack, and not only are you going to get weeds that you can dry, you're also going to get seeds back. So if you get a female seedling, that is going to turn into 80 flowers, which you can then put in the dryer, and that's going to be 80 grams of cannabis. But if you get your hands on a male, which is quite a good ratio, I'd say it's roughly 50% of the time you're going to get males. When you have a male and you've got the fertilizer and the water and stuff, you put the male seedling into the rack, that's going to turn into 30 flowers and 8 indica seeds. So just by simply crafting or growing 2 male indica seedlings, you're going to get 60 flowers, which you can turn into 60 grams of cannabis through drying. And you're also going to get 16 seeds. So you can use the tier 1 grow boxes, the tier 2 racks, and you can turn those seeds with fertilizer and water into more flowers, which can then be dried and turned into more cannabis, which is going to massively increase the amount of cannabis you have available, which is not only going to help you out with your sales, but it's also going to help your dealers. It gives you a much easier time of making big packages and dropping them off for your dealers so they've got enough to sell to the clients you've set up for them. And that is exactly how to grow your own indica seeds without the need of buying them, because they can be quite expensive. You're going to be making more profit in Drug Dealer Simulator 2. And what we're going to do is leave that video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff about this game in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you out. Thank you for watching.